950.
WWJ News Time 1:45. As we look to politics beyond Michigan, what do the results in places like Virginia say about the midterm elections in the next presidential race? WWJ's Sandra McNeil spoke with director of the Center for Civic Engagement at Oakland University, Dave Dulio.
Typically in odd year elections like this, there is a good bit of looking ahead to what it means for the next federal election, in this case 2022. And usually what happens is the side that does well, the side that wins, reads too much into these results, and the side that loses reads too little into them. But with the state of Virginia outcome at the governor's level, there certainly is unquestionably good news for Republicans who are going to try to take this momentum into the 2022 cycle. And certainly some warning signs for Democrats as we will begin that 2022 midterm cycle here pretty quickly.
And the thing is, it's not just the governor, right? I mean, the state pretty much went Republican.
It appears that Republicans are in good position to pick up control of the House of Delegates in Virginia, yes, which is a pretty big change. Nobody really saw this sweep coming, and it really just goes to show how important voter turnout is in key places.
Why does no one see this sweep coming? Because this plays into the people think that we are, as the media, are biased because it was predicted to be a close race once again.
Right. Well, I think the race will tighten before all the final numbers are in. There's still a lot of votes left in at least one really strong Democratic area, and that's Fairfax County up near the District of Columbia and in the suburbs outside of town there. We're seeing a shift in a state that went for Joe Biden by 10 points in 2020. In the last governor's race there, Ralph Northam won the state by 11 points. Now, if Glenn Youngkin comes in and wins even by 2 or 3 points, that's a pretty dramatic shift in just a couple of years.
And so it's funny because I'm going to go back a second. You said that, the year after the election. I never remember us talking about elections the year after. We always talk about the midterms. And so we're saying this is a foreboding for the midterms. And is this a referendum on Joe Biden's first 9 months in office? Well,
in 2021, we may be seeing that play out a year before we would expect it to, and seeing that same midterm effect take hold here in places like Virginia. Probably not enough to help the Republican overcome the Democratic advantages in a place like New Jersey, but closer than maybe everybody would have thought.
That was Dave Dulio, the director of the Center for Civic Engagement at Oakland University.
With clearing expected.
Now, traffic and weather together on the 8s on News Radio 950 WWJ.
AAA Jam Cam showing a pretty good-looking drive right now as you're heading throughout the Detroit metro area. You do have an MDOT work zone going on I-75 northbound from Mack Avenue over to I-94. They're working in the right lane till 5 this morning. Watch out for a work zone on westbound 696 past Groesbeck. Only the left lane open till 3 a.m. And there's a moving work crew on 696 westbound heading toward DeQuinder doing maintenance in the left shoulder until 5 a.m. Now, in Trenton, King Road remains shut down west of Jefferson Avenue at the railroad crossing. They're doing construction there until Thursday evening. And in Sterling Heights, Metro Parkway in both directions at Mound Road, the left lane is shut down till December. Looking through the AAA Jam Cams, that's traffic from the 24-hour traffic center.
Now we'll take a look at that AccuWeather forecast from the Bill Brown Ford Weather Center.
With clearing expected on this Wednesday morning, it'll be cold. Do expect a hard freeze. Lows ranging from the mid and upper 20s in some outlying areas to 30 downtown. Later today, chilly. We'll have sunshine and some clouds. There could also be an afternoon shower in 1 or 2 spots. High 46. Partly cloudy, cold tonight, the low around 30. Tomorrow, chilly as clouds limit sun, high 47. Friday, plenty of sun, but still chilly, high 49. Over the weekend, with a mixture of sun and clouds, highs both days will be in the lower 50s. I'm AccuWeather meteorologist Kara Blavinsky on WWJ News Radio 950.
33 in Utica, 28 in Orchard Lake, 32 in Westland, 34 in Detroit. Traffic and weather together every 10 minutes on the 8s or anytime at WWJNewsRadio.com. WWJ News Time 1:51. It's a sign of change in Major League Baseball.
The Indian sign that has overlooked Cleveland's Progressive Field since it opened in 1994 has begun to come down as the city's Major League Baseball team changes its name and branding to the Guardians. The removal of the script Indian sign that sits above the scoreboard could take several days. The team decided to change its name last December since the name they used for 100 years is considered insensitive to indigenous peoples. In July, the team officially announced it would be called the Guardians, but a local roller derby team is suing in federal court because they're also named the Cleveland Guardians. Matt Piper, CBS News.
Coming up in just 1 minute, we have a new World Series champion, plus we will talk Pistons and Red Wings. The Sports Desk is next.
Have you cut the cord and are feeling bored with your streaming services? CuriosityStream can help. With thousands of documentary films and TV shows, let CuriosityStream put the science back in your screen time. Astound you with history come to life and wildlife that will reach out and grab you. We've got the fix for your nonfiction addiction. Watch us on any device, anywhere you are. Visit CuriosityStream.com to sign up and start streaming now.
We have competition in the phone wars. Bloomberg Business coming up in 2 minutes.
Now, time for sports on News Radio 950 WWJ.
Now, for the first time in 26 years, the Atlanta Braves are World Series champions. That's thanks to a dominating 7-0 Game 6 win over the Astros in Houston. Braves DH Jorge Soler, who was named World Series MVP, hit a towering 3-1 home run in the third. Atlanta never looked back. It was a game you heard right here on WWJ. Giannis Antetokounmpo had 28 points, 9 assists, and 8 rebounds. That was in 27 minutes to help the Bucks rout the Pistons at LCA 117-89. Jeremy Grant led the Pistons with 21 points, only 2 Pistons in double figures last night. Cade Cunningham, the number 1 overall pick, went 2 for 14 in his second NBA game, including 0 for 9 from behind the three-point line. Now, unfortunately, the news doesn't get much better on the ice. Detroit on the road last night. Nick Suzuki had a goal and 2 assists to lead the Montreal Canadiens to a 3-0 win over the Red Wings. Alex Nedeljkovic finished with 39 saves for the Wings. Good news for the Lions during the bye week. Detroit activating offensive tackle Taylor Decker from injured reserve. That happened yesterday. We check sports at 23 and 53 right here on WWJ News Radio 950. Your money is next.
Hi, I'm calling to schedule a shipment.
Indeed knows unexpected employee turnover can turn your business upside down.
Last pickup is at 7? Team, we gotta hustle.
Like at Sumita's online chai company, to avoid back orders, she needs to get started hiring right away.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. And the moment you sponsor a job on Indeed, you get a short list of quality candidates from our resume database. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get a $75 credit for your first sponsored job post. Terms and conditions apply.
If you run a business, your biggest asset is time. Make the most of it with Stamps.com. Stamps.com lets you do all your mailing and shipping right from your computer. Whether you're sending invoices, shipping orders, or running a side hustle, you can skip the post office and get exclusive discounts with USPS and UPS. And Stamps.com's new Rate Advisor tool makes it easy to compare rates and delivery times across carriers. Get a 4-week trial plus free postage and a digital scale at Stamps.com, promo code LISTEN.
Now, your money and a Bloomberg Business Report from the DuckDuckGo Business Desk.
Competition in the phone wars is clipping T-Mobile. The nation's second-largest wireless carrier didn't sign up as many customers as analysts had expected, and they think promotions from rivals like $1,000 phone discounts could even hurt T-Mobile's lead in 5G networks. Some of the biggest names in tech are dealing with legal issues. An Apple worker fired last month has filed a complaint with the National Labor Relations Board. She says Apple fired her to keep her from organizing workers. The Federal Trade Commission says Amazon Flex drivers, 140,000 of them, will get $60 million in tips that Amazon withheld illegally, and that was part of a settlement agreed to last